Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss a video, because I do upload new videos every week, sometimes twice a week. When I'm not on YouTube, you can find me at Christy Allure on Instagram. I have another new concealer. I know, it's 2020 and it's like concealer left and right, but this one literally just launched like 5 days ago on Sephora and MakeUpForever.com. I cannot wait to show you guys how incredible this concealer is, how full coverage it is. It is insane. Move over Tarte Shape Tape. Somebody new just took first place. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's just jump right into it because this concealer is the star of the show today. It is so amazing. I mean, this is like full coverage at a whole nother level. It is insane. I am going to do some timestamps right there and show you like as far as application process. Obviously, I'm going to go over the details first, and then at the end of the video, I'll do some swatch comparisons to the concealers I currently use. I hope they come up with a totally different method because right now it is so difficult to buy new products when you really don't know what color you're going to be, because the two colors I got looked, in my opinion, nothing like the swatches online. So I'll go over that in just a second, but let's just go through the details. So Sephora.com, this concealer runs about $27 and it comes in 22 shades. It launched on MakeUpForeverFirst.com and then Sephora picked it up when I purchased it. So I did purchase two colors. I got 3.2 sand and I also got the 2.4 soft sand. So I really like both of them. I'll show you guys the swatches online that they show. That will just kind of help you gauge a good shade range. I mean, it's just that I do feel like there could be some more in that darker range, but the medium range is insane. There's a ton of them. What it is a waterproof, not water resistant, but a waterproof concealer with a creaseless, transfer-proof, natural matte finish. And it does not lie when it says transfer-proof, natural matte finish. This is full coverage, definitely. This is not a light concealer. So if you're not a full coverage concealer kind of girl, this is not gonna be your concealer. It has a matte finish. It is liquid for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. This full coverage blurring concealer is waterproof, sweat-proof, transfer-proof, and delivers up to 24 hours of wear. Lightweight and airy, this blendable multitasking formula comes with an extra large applicator and a precision tip for use all over the face or to spot conceal, correct under eye circles or contour. For concealing, this is insanely good. Like I said, and like the website says, if you have any kind of hyperpigmentation, acne scars, acne marks, I mean, flared up acne areas, this is going to cover like a flippin' dream. Seriously, this gives you the most. You will see when I apply this, it instantly erases everything. There is nothing left to be determined. So if you're not a full coverage person, like I said, you are not gonna like this concealer. But if you're like me, who likes that coverage, and if you're a person that wears sunglasses or reading glasses or any kind of glasses, and you really want your makeup to last all day long, this is your concealer. This is like, it's not gonna go anywhere, and it applies to perfection. It blends so beautiful, whether you're using a beauty blender, a brush, it does not matter. This blends like a dream. It is so beautiful, and it just gives you that coverage. It just blew Tarte Shape Tape out of the water. It is amazing, and it just goes so perfectly with the matte velvet compact, so I'll go over that in just a second. Huge fan of that. It does have a very nice doe foot applicator. I mean, it's like the perfect doe foot applicator to me. I like the bigger ones. Just for me personally, I just find that the bigger ones are just better. But let me tell you, with this concealer, a little goes a very, very long way. I have never used a concealer where I didn't have to use that much and I got the most amazing coverage out of it. Never. This is just insanely good, and not just for young girls, for mature skin. I am a 42-year-old woman with very dry skin. So if this works for me, it's gonna work for dry skin. It's gonna work for mature skin. It's gonna work for oily skin. It's gonna work for combo skin. This is gonna work for everybody, but it's not gonna work for you if you don't like full coverage. So just let me clarify that before I go on, because if you're not a full coverage concealer person, then this is really not going to be your concealer. You want to stick to like Pat McGrath, which I just did a video on, and Hourglass. I did a video on that one as well. Those are more lightweight concealers. Even the original Makeup Forever one, the HD one, that's a lighter concealer. So if you like that lighter feel, then you're not going to like this one. It is a light feel. Don't get me wrong. It is a very light feel. I don't even feel like I have anything on, to be quite honest. When I have Tarte Shape Tape on, I can tell I have concealer on. It's thick, it's heavy. But when I wear this, I don't even feel like I have anything on. This is incredible. I'm just like, I am completely blown away by this concealer. So I cannot wait for you guys to see how this applies. So let's get started. All right, you guys, let's just dive right into this concealer. I am so excited. This kind of follows up to their Velvet Powder collection. I have been loving the Reboot foundation, but I had the wrong color. And when I went to return it, I couldn't try on another color. So I just returned it for now and then I'll repurchase it later. But if you haven't seen that video, I did that video and that foundation is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite foundations. Anyway, this is a 24-hour concealer, so very, very excited. I just went over the details. I'm not going to go over them again, but I did get two different colors. This is 3.2, which is medium skin with neutral yellow undertones, which should be perfect for me. So we'll swatch that and see if that works. And then we have 2.4 is soft sand for light skin with yellow undertones. Very beautiful packaging, very sturdy and expensive feeling for the price point. I mean, so pretty. I can't wait to try this out. I'm so excited. And there's not too many videos out on this, so excited to push this one out right away. So this is 3.2. Ooh, that's already too light. I feel like the 2.4 is going to be ridiculously too light. So let's just try it out. I probably totally messed up on these colors. Okay, this is more yellow toned, I think. The other one's more peachy toned in my opinion. That's probably gonna be way too light, but for now, we're gonna make it work. We're actually gonna try to combine both of them together. Oh, that's a bummer, you guys. I think this is the type of consistency that I'm gonna have to go super like not go my typical heavy concealer. And I'm gonna do one side at a time because I don't know if this is gonna dry down really quick. So we're just gonna do a little bit right here, and all I have is my foundation on. So we're just gonna do a very, 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 very little bit. So I'm gonna do the Beauty Blender first and see how that works. And we're just going to, oh, that dries down really fast. Oh my goodness, look at that coverage. That is what we call full coverage. So if you're not a full coverage kind of girl, this is not gonna be your concealer. But if you're a full coverage kind of girl like me, this is going to be a dream. Do you see how typically I would go a lot more concealer? I don't need more than that, you guys. That is crazy, insanely pigmented and full coverage. That will like literally take away everything. That is like blurring. Oh my goodness, nothing is left under your eye. Your eye looks flawless. Oh, wow. I mean, this is the year of concealers, you guys. This is the year of concealers. And let me tell you, not one of them has let me down yet. They're all different though. So if you're, how do I explain this? We'll go over that at the end, but oh my goodness. What? Shut the front door. Oh my gosh. That like blurs out everything. I mean, everything. There's nothing left under there. It looks like I have baby skin. It looks like I have 18-year-old skin again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. I did use a little bit of the Smashbox, which I really like this foundation, but I noticed it creases quite a bit and that's super annoying. I mixed it with my Armani Luminous Silk and thought that would help, but it's not. See how I don't like how those lines are showing. But oh my goodness. This is the kind of concealer though, I'm thinking that the Beauty Blender is gonna be better. Let's just do this really quick. Let's try this light one, just kind of like where I would highlight. So I'm just gonna do it like right here. I just wanna do a little bit though. Oh my goodness, I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. Oh wow, this you gotta work quickly. I would do one side at a time because it dries down to almost like a powdered finish. And oh my goodness. Well, see, that could work for me because that's a good highlight color. I would keep both. Wow, that is beautiful. Okay, okay, Christy, you did good. You did good with your picking. It scared me at first, but I think I did good with my picking. I actually wouldn't pick a different color. Oh my gosh, you guys. What? We're gonna do a wear test on this today. See how I'm already like creasing like crazy over here? Okay, let's get some concealer on this side because this bad boy is it's looking a little troubled over here. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take that 3.2 and we're going to, let me make sure I'm not covering up myself. I'm gonna put that like right, I hope this was a 3.2, yeah. That wouldn't have been good. So we're just gonna do the same thing we did on that. Do you guys see how little how little I'm using compared relative, if you watch my other concealer videos, relative to my other concealer videos, how much I'm using and how much that went a long way. Well, I can't speak right now. I can't speak and do this. It's like walking and chewing gum. It's not gonna work for me. This is with a brush. It really just depends. I mean, you can do either way. I mean, this one is Beauty Blender proof because seriously, it's so full coverage that it's going to pick up some of that product. So I almost would go over it with the Beauty Blender and place it with the brush like always, because I just like that look. I'll have to fix my eyebrow now. I took off part of my eyebrow, but that's okay. I'll fix that later. Whoa, you guys, seriously. Now, I think this is gonna be a good one for, how do I say this? Typically when you do your concealer and your foundation and all that, and you put sunglasses on or reading glasses, it will leave an indentation right there. I do feel like concealers like this that dry down to almost like that matte finish are gonna be better for that, especially if you're wearing like foundation nowadays with masks, which we all have to wear a mask when we go out now. I'm doing a video soon, so stay tuned for that, on the best foundation to use while using a mask, because let me tell you, I'm destroying all of my cute masks that I've purchased, because yes, I have to have cute ones to match all my outfits, because it's just a requirement. If I have to wear a mask, I have to be cute with it. Well, they're getting so much makeup on them, so I'm on the hunt for the best foundation to use underneath those masks. Comment below if you have any suggestions. I already have a few, but comment below if there's any foundations you're currently using that you feel like works really well and not rubbing. I mean, they're all gonna rub off, let's be honest, but not rubbing off as much. So typically you're gonna wanna stick to gripping primers and matte foundations, and that's gonna be your best scenario for masks and for not having indentations too. So that really does help. But oh my goodness, you can use this if you have mature skin. I think I was a little scared because I have dry skin, very dry skin, and I have mature skin. And I wasn't sure if this was gonna work for me, but I like this better than Tarte Shape Tape. That is like flawless, you guys. That is crazy, insanely flawless. All right, I'm gonna take the 2.4 and highlight again like I did on the other side. And I think with this one, I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender because I don't want a lot of pigmentation. I just want some highlight there. That is really, really pretty. See how that just kind of leaves that really pretty highlighted effect? That's why I always like to get two colors. I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna waste my money doing that, but whoa, that is really pretty, you guys. Can I just stop liking all these concealers? I know I'm confusing you guys and I'm confusing myself because they're all so beautiful. I can't handle it. All right, I'm gonna do like the center of the face, and I'm gonna take the 2.4 on the center of the nose because I like that to be a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna go down the center, like right here. I'm not gonna do too much though. And then like right there, and then on the cupids, okay? And then I'm just gonna take a teensy bit. I think if you got your natural skin tone, like I would have to get something a lot darker. I would totally cover up my blemishes with this. There's no scent to it, and I think it's gonna be a good one to do that with. I really, really do. I think it's gonna be really, let's see, I have a little bit of a blemish there. Let's just see if we can cover that up. I covered it up with my foundation, but I'm gonna take just like a small brush like this Milk Cosmetics one, and I'm just gonna kind of dot it. Oh yes, that will camouflage anything on your face. Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Guacamole, that coverage is insanely good. All right, I'm gonna take the sponge though and the Beauty Blender and just kind of go. I'll fix my eyebrows afterwards. Gosh, all this stuff is so good. I'm just kind of blending everything together now. Just blending. I'm actually gonna take my Makeup Forever, sorry, my Smashbox, the brush I use to do my foundation, and just kind of blend all the lines. You know, just make sure there's no demarcation lines. Wow, that is so pretty. Everything blended beautifully together. Wow, you guys. That is like insanely good concealer. You guys, that will cover up everything. That is crazy. So I'm really gonna press it into those areas right here where I want it to last, because I can't see and I wear glasses a lot when I'm not filming. So for me, I'm looking for a good concealer that's not gonna move. And I do notice, as much as I love the Pat McGrath one and the Christian Dior one, it moves. So that's the only thing I don't like. What I like about those concealers is it gives such a beautiful finish in a not such a full coverage way. This is like probably the concealer though that when I get married, this will be the concealer I would use, okay? I wouldn't even use, I would throw away my I'd throw away my Tarte Shape Tape. I really would, you guys, because this one blows it out of the water. I mean, do you see how flawless my skin looks? It's insane. I'm 42, okay? I don't have perfect 18-year-old skin. I mean, I know I have good skin considering my age. I'm very blessed with that. My mother had amazing skin, so I was very, very blessed with amazing skin. But oh my gosh, it's not perfect by any means. So I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever. What I like to do, and this is so full coverage that you don't even need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway just because we're doing this video. So I have 210 and 215. I started off with 210, but it's a little too light for me now. But if you have lighter skin than me, this is a beautiful way to really lock in that coverage, give a little bit more coverage, and a good way to brighten it up. I like this one has more of a yellow undertone, the 215. So I'm just gonna take that on this brush and very, 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 very lightly. I love this as an under eye brush. This is my go-to favorite setting the under the eye brush ever. This is the Smashbox one, and it's very dirty because I use it so much. I love using it. Oh, this is like the sticker thing. I don't know why that's there. I'll have to get that off with the Goo Gone. But I love using this with my Pat McGrath powder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this side on there, and then I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath on the other side. And just kind of show you guys the difference. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that powder, and I'm just gonna set under the eye, just like that. This is one of those ones that you don't really need to set too much though. I don't really feel like it's gonna budge. It's so full coverage, but it's so pretty. But just say you have like that extra oomph that you want to cover. These powders are insanely good. I know Kylie Jenner's makeup artist, he swears by this stuff. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, I mean, seriously, that looks like a flawless under eye. So if I was getting married, that's what I would do. Let me show you the difference between that one and the Pat McGrath, which is amazing too. So for girls that don't want a lot of coverage. And the good thing about this one is if you have very dry under eyes, this Pat McGrath one is amazing because it has like little particles, like light particles in it that actually really help with the dry skin area and just literally blurs out everything. So again, I mean, this concealer is so amazing that both of them are gonna blur out. I mean, both powders are amazing, so you don't need both, but they're both really good. To match the other side though, let me just put that in there, just so. Now, the thing is, for every day, I would use the Pat McGrath one, for every day. This one is unbelievably amazing, okay? But if I'm going to a special occasion, or I'm gonna be somewhere where I'm gonna need a powder for all day, I need it to just lock in for all day, this is what I'm gonna use. This stuff is incredible. So 315 is the one that kind of matches my skin tone, so I'm gonna take a different brush now. All right, I'm gonna use my little IT Cosmetics one. And I'm just gonna lock in this right here because this is bothering me. So if you use it with a brush, you're gonna get lighter coverage. When I use it on days where I'm just using powder, I really love the sponge that it comes with. It's actually really good. And one side will give you fuller coverage than the other side. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it just sets down your makeup like to perfection. And it will cancel out a lot of those. It literally does what it says. It blurs it out. Look at that, my forehead lines, blurring it out. That is crazy good, huh? So I'm just gonna kind of use that all around the face. Do you guys see? I mean, seriously, can you see how beautiful? Let me get a little bit closer here. What? That is insane. That literally blurs out everything. This is the most full coverage, phenomenal concealer I have ever used in my entire life of wearing makeup. Seriously. And the fact that I only had to use the smallest amount and got the most incredible coverage is insane to me. I cannot believe how much, and in combination with the velvet powders, it's insanely good. I did even prep my face with a Makeup Forever Ultra HD Skin Booster. So incredible. Makeup Forever just produces amazing products. Amazing. And they did not let me down with this concealer. All right, so I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera just because I wanna speed this process up, kind of give you my final thoughts, which I already know you know where this is going, and kind of compare it to my other concealers. So I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is how it all came together at the end. I am in love with this concealer. Oh my goodness, I know, I just said that with the Pat McGrath one, but I like them for two different reasons, okay? So let's just go over that. First of all, how flawless does my under eye look? I mean, seriously, that is incredible. For full coverage, glam days, this is my go-to concealer. Without a doubt. And the good part is I have super dry, mature skin. And this, most people say with Tarte Shape Tape, it doesn't work because it's too dry, it's too matte, it's too full coverage. I don't feel this way, and a little goes a long, long way. You don't need to use much. As you can tell, I could probably even have used less than this, and it's just stunning. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. All right, I am gonna swatch some of the other ones on my arm and just kind of show you the difference, the color difference more than anything, but you'll kind of get it, maybe gauge a little bit on the texture as well. But yes, so let me just rate these first, okay? I'm gonna go with this as my #1 for full coverage, okay? Full coverage, I'm getting married, I'm going to a wedding, I'm going to be somewhere all day long. I want something that's going to last. Even if I wasn't going to a wedding or somewhere, maybe just I'm going somewhere and I really, really need my concealer to last all day long. This is my go-to. It's like, how do I compare it? Like Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, right? That is the most popular foundation for you want your foundation to last all day. That's comparison to that. All right, so then we have Dior and Pat McGrath. These are like tied neck and neck. Okay, so I would probably go this way because this is more, I think this gives you a little bit more coverage than the Pat McGrath does. So I can use this one alone. With Pat McGrath, I can use it alone, definitely. It's beautiful, but I actually like them together for some reason. So I don't know, they're kind of tied. So I would say full coverage, beautiful, number 1. And then this is like everyday, number 1. I can't decide between the two. I really can't. I mean, I know people are asking me in the comments, which one would you go with if you had to choose? If someone said, Christy, you have to choose today. Because this is not the right color, I would go with the Dior. That's the only reason why. And now I'm in 2WO with Dior, okay? I was in 1WO, but now my skin's way too dark for that. I do like the Dermablend. That probably comes in 3rd. And then Hourglass. I do think this is beautiful. This is just not my favorite for my preference because I like full coverage. I like to be erased under the eyes, okay? So this is beautiful for my girls out there that don't, I would say like between Pat McGrath and Hourglass. Ooh, that's a tough one. I would go with Pat McGrath still, but it's beautiful. I love the Hourglass one. Tarte Shape Tape I can go away with. NARS I like, but very like radiant coverage, not very much. So for girls that really don't want a lot of coverage, just want kind of like a radiance, this is a beautiful one, the NARS one. This is another hidden gem for me. So this one is actually gonna kind of go almost neck to neck with Dior and Pat McGrath. So this Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer is insanely good. So, oh my goodness, I think I would go neck to neck with these 3, okay? Still with this one probably leading just by like a little edge, just a little edge. But when I get the right color for Pat McGrath, I think I got LM13 in the mail, I may change my tune. So find out, because I'm gonna do a full Pat McGrath face and we're gonna try out the new color. So that might surpass Dior. But still, for full coverage, this is still the one. I love my Too Faced. You can check out that video when I did this for an entire foundation look. So this one is still kind of like in the running of amazing concealers. But this one is like my my hybrid, because I can go foundation and concealer on this and just walk out the door. It's so beautiful. So let's do some swatches. So we'll start off with Makeup Forever since we already have it out. And this is the 3.2. So we're gonna go back and do this again. So 3.2. And I actually thought this was gonna be too peachy for me. I actually really love it. So glad I did that one. And then this one's 2.4. So this is definitely has a stronger yellow tone base to it. If you're light skin, this is gonna be beautiful, very beautiful. For my winter complexion, I might just be using that one. So who knows? I do like that one for the hollows though, because I still like that peachy, I forget, always cancels out. So it's really good one to use for that. This is Dior 2WO, which has been my new one I've been using. Really like that one a lot. So this was 1WO that I originally got, the Dior 1WO. So that one was very light, almost like a peachy yellow undertone when looking at 2WO. And then this one is 3WO, and I've been using this one to cover up my blemishes as well, or just imperfection areas, not necessarily blemishes. So this one's 3WO. So we have Dior 2WO, 1WO, and 3WO. So I use that one as like if I were to do a foundation look like I did with the Too Faced, that's what I would use. All right, now we have Pat McGrath, and this is LM8. So this one was just a little too light for me right now, but still a beautiful color, more again on the peachy tone side. So I would compare it a lot. You could tell they're oxidizing different. So actually, do you see how that one's kind of oxidizing? So that Makeup Forever one kind of oxidizes, because you can tell when I first put it on, it was a lot more, it was a lot lighter. So it actually did oxidize to a very beautiful color that I almost, yeah, I like the combination of those two. And then this is Power Fabric by Giorgio Armani. And this one has more of like a neutral undertone. I really like this color as well. I don't know what color this is. I'll put it down. I'll put them as I do the swatches, I'll put the numbers right there as well, just so you guys know. And then this is the Dermablend. And you guys can kind of tell by these swatches how this one is. I can't remember the number of this one either. I think this was like a medium. This was, I ended up going with the darker one. I think it was like 40 or something like that. Yeah, 40 warm. So, I mean, you can tell by the creaminess of the swatches. That's crazy. So that Pat McGrath stays pretty pigmented. That's why Oh, I don't know. That one I think is gonna be my #1 for everyday. I just have to get the right color. This is the Hourglass, and this one is way too light. And that's another reason why I haven't been using the Hourglass one that much, because it's just too light for me right now. I can't even remember. I'll put the number on the bottom. And then this is NARS, and this is the Radiant Concealer. This is a very beautiful, radiant, light coverage. I can't remember. I'll show you. I don't know. Like those are way too small, the lettering. And then I'll do the Too Faced. And then this one is Golden Beige, I think, for Too Faced. Yeah. So I have light beige too. I don't know where it's at, but that's Golden Beige. But you can tell, like, you can kind of see the differences in texture a little bit, but the two Makeup Forever ones are the ones I have on right now, obviously. But do you see how much that kind of oxidized a little bit? So it got a little bit browner, I'd want to say. But I'm really happy. I love that color. It's really beautiful. So I don't know. I mean, I love the Dior ones, but do you see how pigmented that Pat McGrath one is? That's insane. Oh, I don't know. That's probably my #1 every day then. I'm gonna have to leave it that way. Once I get the right color, it's gonna be much, much better. Here is Tarte Shape Tape Light Medium Sand. Let me just put that one over here, just so you guys can see that one. Look at those swatches, you guys. Wow, that's incredible, right? Oh my goodness, so many concealers. I'm obsessed with concealer, as you can tell. I'm still gonna stick with Pat McGrath as #1 for my everyday. But for my long days, like I really wanted my concealer to last, Makeup Forever's this new 24-hour one is gonna be, yeah, it will be the one. It is so beautiful. So I will do a wear test. I'll come back at the end of the day, show you guys how it wore. And then check out my Instagram page at Christy Allure, and I will post an outdoor picture of that on how it wore like 6 or 7 hours later on a separate post, okay? So just be prepared for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like that I'm trying out all these new products and making you spend more money. I know it's confusing because I have been liking so much, and honestly, if I did not like it, I would tell you guys. I am very, very, very honest because this is my own money, okay? I am wasting my own money if I don't like it. So I will let you know if I don't like it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Give this video a huge thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hey guys, so it's about 10 hours into wearing this concealer now, and oh my gosh, like, can I just pull you in? I'm not under studio lights. There's nothing just but me and my iPhone camera. And do you see how crazy good my concealer still looks? Like, probably better than any concealer I've tried on. Like, seriously, like for this amount of time. And I was sweating because I was doing some exercises inside the house. And oh my gosh, I had glasses on, you guys. And I can't even stop staring at it because it looks so good. If you're looking for something that's not going to budge under your mask, or if you wear glasses like I do, and you always are concerned about, like, I won't even wear my sunglasses if we're going somewhere special because I'm like, I don't want it to ruin my makeup. I don't feel like I would worry so much with this one if I really packed on the concealer in that area and maybe not any foundation. Like, oh my gosh, seriously, like this is crazy good. And I don't even feel like I have concealer on. I don't feel like I have anything on my face. Like, it feels so super lightweight. Had I used this with my Power Fabric Armani foundation, I probably would have been so happy. So just let me know, comment below. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.